Welcome back. I'm Imana, and this is the Dandelion Chronicles, where we explore healing, faith, growth, and the beauty that can emerge from life's hardest seasons. Before we begin, if these conversations have encouraged or challenged you in any way, I invite you to subscribe, rate, and share the podcast. And if you feel led, share your own stories of healing and growth because your story may be the very light someone else needs. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you were fully present, not distracted, nor scrolling, not replaying yesterday or worrying about tomorrow, or mentally rushing toward your next task? Just present, feeling the moment, breathing the air, hearing the birds, watching light move through the trees, just existing. I thought I knew what it meant to be present, but recently, the Creator revealed to me that part of me was still emotionally living somewhere else. A few nights ago, I had a nightmare about someone I thought I had forgiven. In that dream, I was terrified of him. In the dream, he didn't recognize me, and he was with another woman, but he was being abusive toward her too. I wanted so desperately to help her, but I was afraid. The fear felt real, visceral. So real that when I woke up, my heart was pounding through my chest. I eventually fell back asleep, and weirdly, that dream continued. But it was less frightening the second time. Still, when I woke up the next morning, it stayed with me. In that moment, the Creator reminded me of a message that I had received a few days earlier. Rely less on your eyesight and more on your other senses. At the time, I didn't fully understand what that meant. But that morning, I did. The Creator instructed me to bathe using my other senses, to feel the water, hear the sounds, become aware of touch instead of simply seeing. And for the first time in a long time, I felt myself being fully present. I wasn't replaying the past. I wasn't anticipating the future. I was simply there in that moment, feeling the warmth of the water, hearing the echoes of the sounds of the water drops, experiencing the moment. And in that stillness, I received understanding. I hadn't fully forgiven the person from that dream because I know the Creator did not give us a spirit of fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear." Yet, fear still lives somewhere inside me, not consciously, but deeply. And I realized something profound. Sometimes we think we have healed simply because we've stopped talking about something. But the body remembers what the mind tries to bury. So I got dressed, I went outside, and I sat with creation. I felt the wind, I heard the birds singing, I watched the trees move naturally with the breeze. And there, in the stillness, I made a conscious decision, not only to forgive this person, but to release every memory connected to the pain. I then asked God to throw all of those memories into the sea of forgetfulness. And He did. Not by erasing my wisdom, not by pretending the experience never happened, but by releasing me from the emotional grip of the fear attached to it. And suddenly, there was peace, real peace, not suppression or avoidance, just peace. And in that peace, I finally understood something I had said for years without fully living it. Be present in the present, because right now is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. I think that's why dandelions move me so deeply. The dandelion just is. It is not worried about where its next meal is coming from. It does not resist the wind when it blows. It just goes with it. It doesn't try to bloom before its time. It doesn't worry about how small it once was before it bloomed. And when nature says it's ready, it releases its seeds wherever the wind carries them. No fear or striving, no resistance, just trust. And maybe that's what creation has been trying to teach us all along. We are creation too. Us humans often live as though we are separate from creation. But we are created just as much as birds or trees or oceans or flowers. And yet all creation naturally trusts God more often than we do. The birds sing without worrying. The trees bend with the wind. The flowers bloom in their season. The dandelion releases its seeds without fear of where they will land. Meanwhile, we cling, resist, replay, rush, control, overthink, fear, and anticipate. Creation already knows how to trust God. Humans are the ones still resisting. The lessons on how to be stare us in the face daily, but we move too fast to notice. We don't slow down to watch sunrises or sunsets. We rush through stores without truly seeing the people around us. We rarely stop to engage the cashier, rarely stop to feel the breeze, rarely stop to smell the proverbial flowers. Instead, we think about our next task or destination, our next notification, our next distraction. We spend so much time doing that we forget to simply be. We scroll endlessly, consume, and distract ourselves. And in doing so, we disconnect from ourselves, the stillness, peace, creation, and the Creator. We spend time with everything and everyone else except ourselves and God. And maybe that's why so many people feel emotionally exhausted and spiritually disconnected. Because we were never created to live detached from the rhythm of creation itself. The more I learn about God, the more I learn about myself. One thing I'm learning is this: peace lives in presence, not fear or replaying the past or trying to control tomorrow. As it says in Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 to 23, God gives us brand new mercies every morning. To me, that means we're constantly being given opportunities to begin again, to release, forgive, breathe, notice, and trust completely. Perhaps healing is returning to the natural trust we were created with before fear taught us to resist life itself. A dandelion does not relive yesterday's storm, nor does it fear tomorrow's rain. It simply receives the sunlight available today. And maybe we were meant to live more like that, to trust, release, notice, slow down, feel, and be more present. Not because life is always easy, but because God is still present within it. And when we release fear, bitterness, old pain, and emotional resistance, we finally become available to experience the gift of now. If this episode spoke to you, take a moment to subscribe, rate, and share the podcast. And if you feel led, share your own stories of healing, forgiveness, stillness, and learning how to live fully present. Because your story may become the reminder someone else needs to slow down and breathe again. I'm Imana, and this is the Dandelion Chronicles. Until next time, keep growing and search for your peace and the peace of God within you.